might want to buckle up, baby.
Hey!
That's happening. What's going on? Dude, the opening is so cool. Good job. First
Thank
episode.
you.
Good
Thank you. It was
job.
just fun to, have that little countdown. And I hope those in the chat really enjoyed it there. Let's see who do we have in the chat already. We've got some people in the chat. Awesome.
Excellent.
My buddy Christopher from Seriously Star Wars. Hey, fellas, congrats on the new live stream. Thank you very
Awesome.
much, Christopher. Very, very excited. Very excited for our first episode. So, yeah, it was kind of fun. It was just a neat way to kind of have a little countdown and then our intro right added to the end of that. So boom, it goes right into it.
Yeah, no, I love it. Like I had some stuff from my site. It was literally just me whistling Star Wars so like I wouldn't get like demonetized and stuff because that's legit like all that I could do. And do you know how long it takes to actually whistle Star Wars and be able to edit it up?
I could only imagine. I could only imagine.
A lot more
already enough.
advanced. A lot more advanced you are.
Yeah. Well, you know what? With AI and things like that, making so much more creativity at your fingertips for a creator, like why not take advantage? So,
Right.
I as an artist myself, like I'd use AI for certain things. I try to use it as a tool, not a crutch. But in certain areas, I probably use it as a crutch. More like Suno. Like I'm not a musician, but I can create the music, give it prompts and things that I'm looking for, the style and things like that. Like the music we created for that, and some of our other segments and stuff that we'll see tonight. We had
no, that music's pretty flizzy. Good job.
Yeah.
Good job.
So what you been up to, my friend? How's things going?
Well, everything is good. Good. I've just been prepping for this little show that we're doing. I'm super excited about that. And everything else is good. Life is good. Toy shop is good. Star Wars is good. New friends are good. And here we are. How about you?
Very, very good. Busy. Work is work. It's toiled work and labor. So I'm always glad when I can get out and down here. Like it's funny because my daughter had her interview with St. Lawrence University today, and she had it here in my collection room. She said, "Can I go somewhere where it's quiet?" And I said, "Can I use the studio?" I said, "Yeah, go on down." I'll set you up. Set her up. Put the little lunchbox in the background, so it was kind of like I Spy. And she's like, "Is that a St. Lawrence lunchbox amongst all that Star Wars stuff?" She's like, "Yeah, my dad and my mom, put stuff around, So she thought it was kind of cute.
That's actually, it's really funny. I have a similar story too, because as you can see, my man cave is also in the basement, but right ahead of me is my office, and then to the left is the toy shop and all that. And I have been doing interviews and things this week, and so I was interviewing with like a CEO of a big company, and I usually use like Teams, where you can like kind of blur stuff out, and it's like whatever. But I didn't realize it was on Zoom, and you couldn't do that, and it was too late by the time I had figured it out. So I was like legit like sitting in front of this, and I just see like the COO's like, you got some you have some interesting stuff back there. I'm like, yeah. And I was like, I just had to keep it real. I'm like, yeah, I'm a geek. Do you discriminate? It is what it is. It's Star Wars, but I, whatever. So
yeah.
now they know.
Oh, it's funny. I've done that too. I've had an interview or two in I'll do it in my collection room. Because it's just a quiet place. The lighting's nice, you know what I mean? So I'll come down here and do it. And you have a serious collection, don't you? I said, yeah, I'm a Star Wars fan. And I said, that's putting it lightly. I said, but I'm a big Star Wars Funko fanatic. Yeah. So they're like, yeah, I can see that. They're like, that's all. I said, yeah. I said, this is just one wall. They're like, I said, oh yeah, I've got a whole nother room. I said, it hasn't even finished yet. I got stuff still in boxes on the shelves, stuff that are displayed on other shelves. And this room, because this room used to be a kid's playroom. And
well, it still is kind of now.
Yeah. 3 years ago, I took it over. Kids weren't coming down here. I had this like double kind of half finished room that no one was using. And it was like an ugly mustard yellow wall. So I painted it, threw some shelves in, and so I started making it mine. Because at the time I was up in I think the first while when I started my YouTube channel, I was still upstairs in my living room, like where I work for my actual work from home, where I'm working but on my computer there, I'd get done work and I was like, bring the lights and bring all the pops and stuff up and start setting up. And I was like, why? It's just be a better place for all this because she's trying to watch like Mad Men or something like that, and I've got the lights going and fog machines. She's like, "What are you doing?" It was very distracting. Yeah, so she was glad because the kids, they honestly, they had like their little costumes that we'd save, and they'd cosplay and run around as kids. They just stopped coming down and playing with that stuff. So I took it over, and for the last 2.5 years, it's been my collection room. So
excellent.
Yeah.
Well done.
That's how it goes, my friend. So let's get into our first segment because I'm very curious, my friend, what you have for some new additions to your collection. So let's get with that segue. Let's get to our first new segment.
Fresh from the cargo hold.
It never gets old. I love that sound. I can use that sound all day.
All right. So wait. So rock, paper, scissors. Who's going first?
I know because we probably have so many of the same. I know we have so many of the same.
I know. Well, listen. So
why don't you go? You go, and I'll match. I'll match because
right.
I know you've got a lot of what I've got.
Yeah. Well, so that being said, but let's tell the audience why we're having this conversation because a lot of your recent pickups are from my store. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
But a lot of my recent pickups are also from my store. Thank you very much because I really kind of only buy things that I need in my collection. That's whatever. But I did get some things and that's interesting enough. I haven't really been able to buy so much stuff because I'm paying for inventory and doing all that stuff. But I did do some pickups and it's kind of going back on some stuff that I'm collecting. So right now, like I'm focused on because I was all over the place and so I tried to like stream it in. And right now I'm like psycho over collecting the Rebels line. So I did just pick up this Hera and I love it. And I was super stoked. Actually, I found this like as a score. I think I paid like $7 or $8 for this. And these guys go for like 30 plus, whatever. And this isn't like mint, and the dude shipped it in like in a hard protector, which I was
all that. Yeah,
blown away. So I'm super excited to have her, and then I did the dirty, and I spent more money I shouldn't have, but I had to get the Maul. I didn't have him in my collection, so my Rebels line is starting to look really good, and then I just recently picked up the Diamond Ahsoka.
The Low-Cat,
yeah, love it because I mean I'm psycho over anything Ahsoka, obviously, and so like back behind me is just like proper Ahsoka, like straight up Ahsoka pops, like just her from all the different lines. Like so, the Rebels, like whatever line that she's been in, I have those, and then I have Ahsoka series, proper kind of so aside, but so I had to grab this for sure, and I got this off the Funko side, obviously, right, and then going back another I'm like, and another thing I collect, I'm very streamlined, I only collect a few things, and I'm like and but another one I'm focused on and I'm obsessed are the Andor pops, and so I have all of season 1, and then season 2 when it dropped, like I had to pick up the Range Trooper.
One of my favorites from that series too. Of
totally.
That
and
that's
then
a really good one.
And then when I bought the case of the season 2 for the shop, one of the reasons is I had everything, but I was missing these 3 guys. So I mean, I'm counting these as my recent pickup. So I was missing K2, I was missing Saw, and I'm missing Krennic, and now I just need them to make some more Andor so I can get it.
Nice.
And that's not my want list. That's just my pickup list. What about you? What'd you get?
So that I've got, I got the Jessies, right?
So dope.
Love the chase.
Yep.
And I got my Dooku from you.
Mm-hmm.
Love that one. That Tails one is just really great. They did a really good rendition, and I compare that a lot looking at that one to they did a Clone Wars 2-pack, him and Anakin, so you really get that chiseled beard look from it.
Yeah.
Compared, and they look really nice. And then this is like
So good.
This is one of my favorites. Waiting for years for this one. And now that I got it, I'm like, yeah, now you gotta get the newer version of her now. Like,
I mean, if there's ever a light and sound, or even just straight up a light one, man, I would love that Ventress to be lit.
And then I picked up the deleted scene. So I got all three of them, but this one I pulled to show because this is like, of all of this is one of my favorites, because I used to get into arguments with my college roommates over this deleted scene. They're like, dude, what are you talking about? and they're also like, I told them how, like, when I was a kid and I got my Christmas gift in 78, and they're like, oh yeah, what was it? I said, yeah, in 78 I got an envelope that said, you're not getting a Christmas gift today, but sometime, I don't know when, but sometime in the future you get back. And they're like, what? I said, yeah. They're like, no. I'm like, dude, bullshit. I said I was one of those early kids that got the early bird. Like, I got a certificate in an envelope saying, not now, a few months from now, before next Christmas, you're gonna get these toys. Yeah. And get out. And so I used to argue that one. I just always thought was a really cool deleted scene, and I always would say to them, like, well, how do you think he knows him when he gets to the Rebel base later? Like,
right.
Like, there was a conversation, like, well, like, you guys are like a year or two younger or just missed, like, you know, that original release. So I said, I could have sworn that was in one of the original, but you know what? We will find out. I mean, kind of interesting, current in news is that we're hearing today in February, Lucasfilm will be releasing Star Wars as it was originally shown in 77. So this could dispel some of those deleted scenes where they actually in there in that version. You know, we're definitely getting rid of McClunky and some of that stuff. We'll shoot first. So I think for those that hadn't seen that original, it's gonna be cool, especially if you like the Cantina. So who knows? Yeah. Maybe I'm hoping.
I mean, I'm so excited that they're doing that. Yeah, I want them to loop over and do like Return of the Jedi. Like, I need the old Slice Noodles, you know, scene and stuff. Like, I still have those VHS tapes that, you know, I want to transfer over or something just so I can, you know, see it again.
Yeah, I know. It's funny when I first got my, because he used to work for Apple for a number of years as a lead creative, and I had someone who was ripping their old DVDs, like really great resolutions. And I remember when I first had my iPhone, I was like, had my little iPhone watching all the Star Wars movies. Like, where'd you get that? Oh, one of my buddies at work just ripped his movies and I put them on here, and I can take them with me everywhere. Yeah. But it's funny because they just get better and better and newer versions and this version. But like, I think when I got were like the original before the special editions when he did them. So kind of cool. Kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure. What else did you pick up? Anything?
I have something. I have a couple things I got boxes I haven't even opened up. Right. I just got some shipments. So I have a Wicket, an Ewok, and I'll talk about why I bought that later in our show. But I did pick up another one to replace one I did a craft with. So you know what? I can get it. I'm saying, you know, it's going to be mint in blocks. I'm not going to worry about it. I'll be able to put that up on the shelf. I'm taking the one off the shelf and I'm getting right to it. Like, I just had that inspiration and got right on it.
Excellent.
But I did get some of the ones from Target. And
wait, did you get those already?
Some of them. I don't know which ones arrived, but I have a box of some of them. So I want to see which ones I got because I'm not sure. I did pick up one, but I don't know where I placed it. I was trying to find it. But I went to my local toy vault here at the Warwick Mall, and those guys are an excellent toy store. If you ever come up here to Rhode Island, that's one of the places I'll be taking you to.
Awesome.
But they're awesome place, and they've got a great Funko selection, let alone Star Wars section. Like, they've got everything. Excellent. My son, that's my son's favorite place. They got Ninja Turtles, you name it, and FNAF stuff, everything. It's awesome.
So does your son collect Funkos or just other collectibles?
He's in the Funkos, but not like he's in the Ninja Turtle. He's into FNAF. I think those are the ones he really kind of collected more of, and Sonic. Though Sonic and Ninja Turtles, mostly the Sonic ones he really went for in his collection. Those are the things he's into. But yeah, what I ended up buying was the Ewok, the little baby nub
yeah.
that's flocked.
Yeah.
I found him at my local collectibles, and he was a decent price. So I had the guy get up on that 6-foot ladder. The tippy. It was at the tippy. I was like, my eye spies that little sucker up there. I hate to, I'll go up there and grab it. If you don't want to, he's like, no, yeah, that's all right, cool.
Awesome.
But he went, got it for me. But yeah, dude, as I picked that up, so that was kind of neat. I was going to use that a couple of weeks ago. The Star Wars, our Star Wars Saturday Funko photo collab was going to do Ewoks. I can't even remember. I ended up choosing something different, some other image I had, but I was gonna actually, after I had bought that, I was like, oh, maybe I'll shoot that, and I didn't. I didn't have time for it, but I don't even think I have the unboxing done yet for it. Like, I literally just got it, so that's got to get done.
Excellent.
I did also order something, and it's kind of fitting. I did order this.
Oh, got you.
The other day. The new, I think it's a Funko Shop exclusive. I don't think anyone else is getting this one, but it's the Padme Amidala in that wedding gown. And my friend over at the Padawan Chronicles, Andrea, she is a huge fan of this kind of stuff. So I'm surprised. Actually, she's probably in here. She is here. Hello, Pat. There she is. Andrea. So she probably is one of the people I know would go nuts for this one. I don't know if you've ever seen her channel, Nate, but you should check out her channel.
Oh, I will.
Oh, nice. Will from Padawan Pops here. Thanks for coming in, guys.
Awesome.
But she did, she had, remember how you were talking about like, oh, it would be cool to see concepts who did it better. Andrea actually hired a concept person, had these done, like had this one like concepted and everything.
Wow.
And did a bunch of other, because she wanted some justice for Padme, because they had really, I don't think they had any Padme Pops really. They had a Queen Amidala, but that was it until they came out with that latest wave. So we're on a campaign for Padme, Bail Organa. We're still on a campaign for him. And who's the other one we're going to riot for if we don't get one soon? Oh, Mon Mothma. We haven't got a Mon Mothma.
Yep. Absolutely.
Especially with what was going on with Andor, you would think.
I mean, or just give it to me in Rogue One. I'll take it. Whatever. Just maybe, and even like they could spring it in Ahsoka. There's so many different ways to pop that in.
I agree.
Yeah.
And Will says finally a Padme.
Yeah.
He agrees. Andrea. Me. Yeah, exactly. See, she knew. I knew exactly. Exactly. She got two of them. I figured you would, Andrea. This is like awesome. I mean, the only thing that I was mentioning, Nate, when I was talking to Andrea in the chat is, wouldn't you think this might have done gangbusters in sales, right? I don't know anything about marketing, but I know a lot of people like Anakin. So if you did Anakin reaching towards her, and they did it purposely with her hand reaching towards his, and you did a 2-pack, hey, you can make a moving moment, and you could have had the little, trellis there, at Lake Como.
Yeah.
And come on.
Yep.
I mean, it's crazy. Yes, I hope there's more Padme coming soon. I do too. I was really impressed with it. I thought this was really nice looking.
Yeah.
But another new thing that we have coming up here is I forgot we have another segment, Nate. Because we started getting into, and I forgot to put our news segment. Let's do our news segment. Let's news, because we've kind of gotten over our hauls, right? We kind of gotten over our hauls. So.
Yeah,
because I'm already like, I got this, but it hasn't come yet. But let's talk about some stuff in the news, right? Because there are some things I'm excited for in the news.
Yeah, for sure.
All right.
Hit it.
Transmissions from the HoloNet.
So good. I love it.
So we now have our official news section coming up. We need
Mm-hmm.
a lights and sound and a pop that says "I hate sand."
It's true.
That
It's
would
true.
be great.
Yeah.
That would be great.
And not the one with the the little bubble. The lights and sound one. I agree. 100%. Sign me up.
I'd be totally into that.
Yeah.
Totally into that. But one of the things I want to talk about in our news section is we do have some exciting news because there's some Funko Pops that have kind of been announced, kind of leaked, but they're not quite leaked because they've been kind of officially announced at this point. But we'll talk about it. I got a little thing for us on that.
All right. So this is I mean yeah, this is I was super excited about this line. I mean, so I've known about this for a bit. This was a part of what Funko calls embargoed. So basically, you can when you have a toy license, the wholesale license rather, you get to pre-order things. Like I've actually been able to get some things like a year in advance. I haven't had the shop that long, but I did buy these for the shop, and I bought these probably in October, and they were embargoed. And gosh, when did we start talking about these? Maybe 3 weeks ago or something, like fairly
I think,
recent.
yeah, you and I have been talking about them. It seems like a little bit.
Yeah.
I think it's because we got
Yeah.
it was
Well,
right around the time I started seeing other people leaking, like this tracker,
yeah.
Scarlet
Well,
Joker. We were
what's
talking about it, and then we started seeing the images finally.
what's really interesting though is that we had a conversation on the weekend, and it had leaked on TikTok, and you called it out, and I was like, damn, because I've been wanting to talk about these for like a long time. And
Correct.
I don't think that the embargo is supposed to have been released. I think it leaked. I could be wrong, but I feel like it leaked, and then they blasted everything out because that Monday, then all the embargoes off the sites were lifted, and we could start like talking about it. I mean, I just think that mall, dude,
That is super badass.
the
I love that one.
mall and
That
the
one and the
Fett in
Fett.
that line, get out of here. Like, I'm not even like, okay, I love everything Funko. I love everything Star Wars. I'm not the biggest fan. Like, I didn't run out and buy the first like wave of these or whatever, but then I saw these and I was like, oh yeah, okay, great. Now I got to go back and buy those because these look so fucking cool. Like,
Right?
I'm sweating that Fett and I'm sweating that mall.
Yeah, the Fett and the mall are dope as shit.
Yeah.
And what's funny is I made my own stormtrooper. Let me show you. Where do I have it?
Ooh. Like
I'll go
impressions
grab 'em.
ish or just like straight up trooper?
I'll show you. So my thing is, Nate, I thought Funko missed an awesome golden opportunity. My thought was the impression should have been like exclusive or not, even not if they're shared exclusives, but launched when they had Japan Celebration.
Agreed. Like
They actually
opportunity
hit
missed big
stores,
time.
so they knew that they were having it, but they basically hit stores as people are coming back, which is kind of a missed opportunity because think about it. You just spent a gobs ton of money and you're getting back and you think you're spending more money on Star Wars stuff when you just got back.
Yeah.
You're broke.
Yeah. There aren't many wives that are letting you do that one.
Yeah. So I designed my own stormtrooper.
Hang on. I need my glasses. I am now. Oh, yeah. Oh, it looks great.
Right?
Oh, I love it.
But I did,
Dude.
and I was gonna do the helmet, but then I left it, and I probably should have done it in white, but I don't know.
It's so cool.
It was just having fun, but I did that because I was excited, and again, there's all that hype of Star Wars Celebration Japan, so I still feel that Funko missed out when they, kind of put those out late. Now this new line, again, I think they're phenomenal. Even the Stormtrooper still looks good. I like how I envision it a little bit better. I still think it's good. It definitely looks good. I'm impressed.
I am too.
There's another I don't know if it's Kotobuki or whatnot, but they do like a whole kind of feudal Japan Star Wars line. So it's got that cool inspiration from that.
Yeah.
I like it. I like it goes, they go good, like especially you have like the Ronin set or anything like that.
Yeah. Right.
They look really,
Excellent.
really cool.
Excellent.
Let's see, we got some other comments here. Yes, over there, more Padme coming soon. Lights. I'm surprised these didn't drop at Star Wars Celebration Japan. Yeah, Andrea's right. Yeah, that's what we're saying.
Totally.
I was really, it should have. And then if they have that wave kind of follow up, imagine like, okay, you had them at Japan, you got them in your collection, right?
Yeah.
And now they're releasing like another wave of it, and you're collecting. Guess what? You need to have them.
Yeah. Or at least do an exclusive like they do for like some of the bigger cons. Just do one exclusive so that everyone's sweating it when they get back, and now everyone's scrambling to get them all. Yeah.
Yeah, they could have done something a little bit better on that, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But I don't really think there's much other announcements or anything going on the news. Do we have any rumors? Should we get to our rumor section?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, my friend. The shadows of the holocron.
So, all right. So I definitely have some sources out there, and I've heard some things. But some of the rumors that I have heard as of late is that, I mean, we can't talk enough about this. I mean, I sweat these so bad. I was like, finally, an unhelmeted fucking trooper. Yep. I mean, yes. And I feel like they just did this right. So I know some people who seem to think that for May the 5th, that we are getting another wave of clones, helmeted and unhelmeted with Chase. Word on the street is that we're getting a Fives, and that we're getting a Wolf, which sign me up.
So let me ask, do you think we're going to get helmeted and unhelmeted?
I hope. I mean, that makes sense if they're doing these to like this is where you do those chases.
Because we did get a Fives in the retro series.
Yeah.
But not a normal one like we just got the Jesse.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be cool.
Well, so and that's another thing to kind of talk about because that's one of my big collections I'm after is the retro and the comic. And there's some leaks that there is a lot more retro about to hit us for May the 4th also. So some of our classic figures, and keep in mind that we're going through some anniversaries of some films coming up. So there's a lot of classic figures that are in that movie that we're about to hit that anniversary for that are going into the retro collection. And I'll leave it at that.
Oh,
yeah,
that's cool because I know there's the BB-8 and the Ray that are Target exclusives, but other than that, I haven't seen anything else.
Yeah, no, like it would suck if you got Mace in your eyes. That would really suck, right?
Oh, that would sting a little bit.
Yeah,
I might just want to jump out a broken window or something.
Yeah, so you might want to listen to some retro music when you get maced.
Yeah, very interesting. My little holocron keeper of secrets.
Yeah, so there's that.
That's cool. That's cool. I think a lot of people like that because I did like how GameStop had that exclusive Mace window with the lightning and the arm missing.
Yeah.
That was a cool pop they did. So, and I think someone had asked me on my channel when I did a review on that because I showed that, and the only other one they've done is the Walgreens exclusive. That's it. Those are only Mace windows we've done. I'd love to see another Mace window.
Yeah, same.
Because the sculpting and the detailing have gotten so much better over the last, I would say, year and a half. Really, it started with the Return of the Jedi wave and has slowly gotten better and better. Like, I must say that I like the Asajj, but I can see the Asajj was still being used from the original thing we saw 3 years ago. The original sculpt that someone had as a beta, a prototype. They probably went in a little better and thinned her out because of how they can sculpt now from what the original looked like to this. But I do think that what we're seeing coming out now, the sculpts are just getting crazy.
Yeah, I mean this last wave, I mean we've talked about it one on one. Like there wasn't anything this last wave that I wasn't fucking sweating hardcore. Like just the sculpts on like
This
I mean,
I'll be honest, like, because we're gonna get to our top 10 in a little bit.
yeah.
And when I was thinking about my top 10, there was like I was like, oh man, this is gonna be really hard. Like,
Yeah.
and I
Yeah.
went through I'm like, that can't be the first one I bought this year. This is the first one releasing this year. And I'm like, yeah. Because like,
Yeah.
for instance, not letting anything like Skeleton Crew kind of released at the like right at the end of 2024. Right.
Yeah.
So I didn't realize that. And I was looking at dates and everything. I'm like, yeah, dude, I got them at the end of 2024. Like,
That's funny.
okay.
It things have flown by too. I actually had some things in my top 10. I was like, wait a minute, wait, what do you mean that was like 20? I was like, maybe I was late to the party on that one, but
Yeah, and I picked up a lot of other pop. Like, it's funny because I felt there's dry spells, and during those dry spells,
yeah.
see, even in my own channel, like when there's been some dry spells, that's when I go on the deep hunts for like those grails or those. I just wanted to have this, and I never did, to see if I could find it.
Yeah.
And that's
So it's
where
like
I see that kind of build up in those lulls of those kind of hunts and stuff that I've been doing. But
yeah,
there
so it's
was
like
a lull
like
this year.
does it count if I bought it this year? Like, because
Does
this
not
makes
count
my top 10,
this
you know.
year. So that was something I was thinking about when I was thinking about top 10s, just like going through like Funko, like what the heck. I was like, because I know you and I just got that awesome wave. We've got the Asajj and the Dooku and the Jessies. And then, we're just talking about they have deleted scenes and stuff like that. But like before that, I think it was like really the Andor.
Yeah. Right.
Acolyte wave came out.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone was like, woo!
Yeah, people weren't that. You know what though? But this is another thing too. You brought it up, and I was gonna put it as like an honorable mention. But if it was like the ass end of 2024. But I mean, I think that some of those Skeleton Crew pops were really good. I mean,
They
besides
were.
just like yeah, I thought some of them were really, really good. I'm kind of pissed that we never got that droid, but I think that was an opportunity missed. And then it's like,
Big
well,
time.
once the series is over, like, are we gonna get those guys back? Is anyone gonna go back and do that? Probably not.
I don't think so. Because
No.
I had one that almost made my list.
Yeah. There's a
Kim.
few of them out of there that almost made my list.
Kim almost. That was the first one that I got that released in 22. Like, I don't know if it got announced, but I think you were able to finally get it in 2025, like January.
That could be too, because I remember going through and like the new wave of Andor had just released, but I had pre-orders and stuff that were canceled for season from the first wave, and I didn't get them until like 2 months before the second wave dropped. And I was doing these videos about like, guys, okay, yeah, great, the new ones are cool, but don't sleep on these. Like, we just literally got them like 3 weeks ago or whatever, like that Marva pop.
That's a great one.
Yeah.
But hey, thinking about purchases, pickups, news, rumors, do you want to let's do a little segue to your store? Give you a little plug.
Oh, all right.
I think it's about that time. People gotta start shopping and stuff. So why not?
Awesome. Well, thanks. So, Pat, and everybody here. So I'm super excited to be doing this. Before I get into the segue about the store, I just wanted to say about how excited and cool I think that this is, that we're actually having like just a Star Wars only Funko Pop conversation, and starting this stream, because I think that there is that missing. There's lots of pop stuff out there. There's lots of Star Wars stuff out there, but there's not that many people and not that many channels out there that are just straight up Star Wars specific. And so I was happy to find you, and I'm happy to meet others in the community. So I was happy about that. But and actually, the whole Funko Pop section Star Wars passion. I started collecting that. I was originally only Black Series, and then and I actually was like, oh, I don't want cutesy little Star Wars things. And then I bought my first Funko Pop, and I was like, oh no, man, now I'm obsessed over these. And
I
next thing
got
you know,
I
like,
got hooked on the Rogue One. Like
y-
I
yeah,
Rogue One got me, and then
yep,
Han on the Tauntaun. I got that. It was a Christmas gift. I got the Smuggler's Bounty bought as a gift.
mm-hmm,
They said, "Oh, yeah, get this. I wouldn't spend the money on it myself necessarily." And then that got me hook on a sinker. And then when Rogue One came out, I was like, I picked
yeah.
up 1, 2, 3, and then I was like, as I started putting them in, I did one of these into the cart, just cascaded them all into the cart. I'm like, I gotta have them all. They're all pretty awesome. So I got the
Uh,
whole. I think I went out in one day and bought the whole wave of Rogue One.
That's funny. I mean, I'm still sweating that, and I'm still searching for it. And people like they're like going across country at like flea markets and popping in like, yeah, I found this. I'm like, get it. But interesting enough, so I became obsessed over Funko Pops, and then we were talking about that there really isn't just like a Funko Pop centric place, and I was like, well, there really isn't just a Star Wars toy centric place. So I started Carbonite Creative, and it is a Star Wars only toy store. I mean, we have a heavy focus on Funko Pops, and kind of looking at it like you can come to me and just get like the coolest pops that are out there on the market. Like, interesting enough, like things like this, we have it, but like Amazon, I think is shipping this end of December, Jan. I think Funko is shipping it a little bit later, like specialty stores and things that comic book stores that you've gone to, and
Yep.
we have it. So we do still have some of these things that can get under the tree, and so I started Carbonite Creative to be a Star Wars source. So, like I said, you can get the current pops that are out there, but we're also putting together like collections. Like, you want to come in and get the entire Rogue One set, we're working on it. You want to come in and get the entire Andor wave, 2 wave, working on it. You're looking for all the chases, we have just a chase section working on it.
That's
And
cool. I think
and
collectors are gonna enjoy that.
it's expanding, and we're doing things, like my MO and how I got into this whole toy thing was during the pandemic. I started making dios, and I started making custom Black Series figures and started shooting them and blah 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 blah. And that's how kind of like my following grew on Instagram, and then it kind of trickled into this. Now I'm opening the store, and I'm also servicing those guys. So we have new Black Series coming in, we have new TVC coming in. So it's just really all cool, fun Star Wars stuff. And there is a section that we're opening up called Collections Corner, which I'm super psyched about because doing all those photo shoots and things, I did get to work with some really cool customs artists, people, and they have been gracious enough to just do customs and things that are going to be exclusive in our shop. So it is, we are there for the collectors, but we're also there to like support our photo community, and just basically anyone who loves Star Wars and is a big geek. We hope that you're going to find some stuff there. So thank you for that, and that's who we are, and happy to be here.
Oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. And like I know anyone who in the chat, some of my friends, Andrea, Will, Christopher, I know they're all collectors, so they'll probably be checking you out as well.
Awesome. I think you have
As
a
well as
code.
you get a lot of your, which is kind of interesting because I felt like people, my friends are like, well, how did you and Nate meet? I was like, well, I have been following Nate because he's been shooting like Black Series and TVC for ever. I
That's
said,
funny.
and which is weird because it was like it shocked me one day when all of a sudden I just saw the and then I see like the little blurred
Oh, you're like,
going
what's
by.
this dude doing shooting Funkos? Because that's
And I'm
funny
like,
because
is he into Funko? Like I came
that's really
out of
funny
left field.
because
And
I was
so
like,
I'm like, wow,
yeah,
there's someone else that's in the Funko, Star Wars Funko like me, like who does photo. Because I have the Star Wars Saturday collab group, and it's a very small group. And there's some of them that just don't do Star. They do everything. But I
yeah.
just concentrate on the Star Wars stuff. And like when you and I were talking, I went into I think it was a Black Series or Vintage Collection group. Dude, I think I joined it for about an hour. And within an hour, I got so much shit because I merely mentioned that I take Star Wars Funko Pop, right?
Well, so
But
That's an interesting conversation though, because in like saying like I follow people and I watch people's channels. I'm trying to find other people in the pop community. I'm fairly new to it. Like the Black Series community, I sweat and I knew a lot of, but I was actually very shocked about how many people were like, "Wait a minute, you're into Funko?" Like, out of here. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
And
it
then
was
I've been
weird.
looking, like, even it's like, what was it? I was watching something the other day about, I think it was like Skittle Rampage that was getting like hate comments and his stuff about like, collecting Funkos. And I was like, wow, is there really that much hate? I mean, the world's crazy, but you know what I mean? I'm like, who gives a
It
shit?
was. It
It's still
was.
Star Wars. It's Star Wars. Who gives a shit?
Well, like
Like, just,
that's the way I look at it. Well, you know what's Nate even funnier, right? I'm gonna mention my buddy Vincent over at Carbonites just popped in and said, "Pop Talk. How am I just seeing this now? Love this idea. Awesome, Vincent. Thanks for being here." But you know what's even more fucked up? Imagine me and the guy that photographs the goddamn figures for the packaging, and someone shitting on you because you collect Funko and shoot that too. I was like, motherfuckers, I'm the one that shoots the goddamn packaging and the goddamn figures you're purchasing, dickhead. Like, fuck off. So I thought that was really funny when I was like, really? Okay, just whoosh, whoosh.
Hey,
Let me
honestly, we're
school
all.
I almost wanted to school them for a second. Like, I was so annoyed by it. I was like, wow. But I said, fuck it. Drop out of this group. Like, don't need you guys.
Yeah,
It would have been
yeah.
interesting, because I'm sure we could have had some really fun conversations about things that, probably I would have known about long before they did.
Well, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Well,
But
yeah,
just being idiots.
yeah.
Thanks, Vincent, for
Listen,
being
we're all
here.
Star Wars fans. Can't we just get along?
Right? Right, come on. We don't argue about. That's the thing. I don't argue about Star Wars, really. It's I come, being that, I'm 53, so I grew up with Star Wars, right? So I saw the original one when it came out. And when I look back at this and I think about that movie, it's like, okay, well, it meant everything to me. It changed
Yeah,
everything. Like the way
sure.
I mean, it changed my life in the sense that what we played with, like action figures,
Mhm.
come on. It was like virtually never before. So everything that we encountered was because of Star Wars. And then
Sure.
the love for the film and how it engrossed it, that ship. And as soon as I got into photography and stuff like that and learned about perspectives, things like that, I always had that. So it was always kind of like playing with the depths of field and things coming in and out of frame. Like, and
Yeah.
I never realized until I kind of started getting in photography in college, like that was my inspiration. Like that one scene did it all for me. So,
Right here with you. Yep.
it's crazy, crazy. Oh, we got some more comments here. Hold on. Will from Paddle and Pops arguing is a prerequisite for being a Star Wars fan.
Well, listen, I get it. Like, I'll go hand to hand with anyone about Acolyte. Let's go.
See, I grew up in the Dark Ages, so when there's no Star Wars, it really sucks. So now, when you have Star Wars almost made to order,
I know.
every year,
Back in my
there's
day, you
something
used to
new.
have to wait 22
That's
years
right.
in
Back in
between
my day,
films. Yeah, right.
exactly.
You used to have to go to the Blockbuster. Yeah, exactly. Play it backwards if you want something new.
At V Vorn sold my son for the Avengers Funko. I sold my son for the Avengers Funko Pops. That's funny. That's funny. But yeah, man, it's interesting to see something, and have these spaces. And I think that's one thing I've been excited for. Because my buddy Christopher, who is in the chat, I called him the Godfather, and I still do, because he's the one that pulled me in. I was just watching. I was just a fan of watching. I take my little photo, post it. That was, maybe a little behind the scene thing, and that was it. He's like, you gotta get out from behind the camera, on the camera. Like, yeah, I don't do that. That's not my style. I'm the guy behind the camera, man. That's just me.
Yeah.
And he was the one that forced me 3 years ago. I'd say this is almost 3.5 years ago now. Like, he was the one that forced me and literally pushed to get on here. And we started at the time we did the Star Wars Popcast. We did Let's Talk Star Wars. We had start out the two of us. We had Lex. We had all my friends in the chat tonight. We're all guests and supporters and stuff. So it's been really cool. And then when we kind of banged heads and met. It was just like it's very serendipitous because I think I was looking for that next thing.
Yeah.
Because we were talking, like I felt there was a void. I know I was kind of missing it. I think fans are kind of missing it, and I wasn't seeing anything out there really, except for like what I would see on social media, like Scarlet Joker or Disc
Right.
Tracker and stuff like that. But no one's actually getting out there with a stream. They have K Dog and Fish, but they talk about all Funko Pops and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
a little different. And
Yeah.
I was glad when you were like, hey, you're really into that wasn't a joke. Don't worry about it. Sometimes I think I have. I remember the Hulk Funko Pop is bigger than the rest. Okay. And filled that void with drugs. Oh, interesting.
All right.
All right,
Got
then. All
From
right,
your mouth to God's ears.
there you go. There you go. But yeah, it's been just very interesting finding this like community of Star Wars Funko. And I feel that right now it's almost a critical point. I mean, I feel like you and I are kind of like those long for the haul evangelists, right? We had the rumor not too long ago, Funko's gonna be closing their doors, stuff like that. Like, when I heard that, I thought the new CEO could do something really cool. He could do what Steve Jobs did and think about what Michael Dell said about him and opening up Apple and opening up their retail stores. And 7 years later, being able to buy Michael Dell's company, but refusing to because it sucks so bad. He didn't want it. And improving his company by sinking more money into that company. And does really anyone talk about Dell that much anymore? Like, I don't see them like being like a big deal. Like, I mean, I'm sure they are in the PC market. They're still kind of something, but like, I think Apple's kind of taken charge. And when you think of major brands that you have stock you want to own, I don't think people are climbing, Wall Street to go buy Dell stock, but I do think they do that for Apple. And I know they do because I'm a shareholder.
Yeah, right. Well,
So,
I mean, this new dude at Funko is actually he's well known in the apparel industry. He comes from Nike. He's a product person, So there was conversations really about that when they were like, "Oh, everything's gonna crash and they're gone and da da da." Like it's not. They're already rolling out of. Of course, he's gonna expand Loungefly into the apparel aspect of it more, but that guy wasn't put in place to close that shop.
No. The whole idea of him being very much in the brand of Nike, I'd like to. I would hope we'd see some future collaborations. That would be kind of like I would think that's like going to happen. It should happen, right? Because think about it. If I went from here to there, you don't think that I'm like when I moved from one place to another, you don't think I still like, hey guys at Apple, I have a couple questions. I'm at the studio right now. You don't think I made those kind of calls? I did, So I'm sure he's going to reach out to some people. Hey, I know you guys run this line. We've got some ideas here. Can we talk? Let's put a meeting together. That would be great. I can see that. But I think especially in that Loungefly expanding it. I know Andrea, who's in the chat, she's and my friend Lex, they're majorly into the Loungefly and the bags. But I think they need to do more than just the bags and the little leather goods. They need to get out there more if it's the apparel or whatnot. Like,
I mean, there's conversations also that they're expanding into like the makeup cosmetics world and stuff too. So, I mean, there's a part of me
that's a tough one.
Yeah, I know. Listen, I think that too many places at the same time. I think that the focus right now should really just be the cleanup and I think that they're working on it, but it's not going to change overnight. It is what it is. But they're definitely not closing up shop this year. I'm not worried about it.
Nice. No, I agree. Vincent from Carbonite's happy you guys recognize each other's bond to Funko and Star Wars. No fair weather collectors here. Awesome. Oh, I didn't know Lex collects Loungefly. Yeah, she had a few Loungefly bags for sure, Andrea. For sure. I know my daughter has like one or two. She hasn't really gotten, which is good for me because I think she had bought the second one herself, but we got her the one at Disney. It was a really fancy, exclusive. I think it was for Dumbo. It was an anniversary year, and it was, red and gold and the blue. It was very bright, very sparkly. It just stood out as something like, wow, that's a step above the rest. So when we saw it, like, we had to hunt it. Of course, we saw it. We went away, and we're like, all right, we can't find it at the other place. So I had to go hunt it down in the theme park.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, it's got to be near the Dumbo ride. Nope, not near the Dumbo ride. That would make too much sense to have that lounge fly, with the exclusive Dumbo near the Dumbo ride. Nope, that was too much sense. I can't remember where we found it. I went to the big store, Disney Springs, wasn't there. So it's always fun to hunt these things down.
Yeah,
they are pricey. I mostly look for deals. Right?
Did you see the holiday stormtrooper one that they had out? I almost got it for the shop, but I was like, all right, dude, slow your roll. Yeah, it's really cool. It's white, and it has a stormtrooper helmet in the back of it, and it has like Christmas lights all around it. It's really, really cool, and
kind of cool
and cute. But man, talk about like, so they're like crazy. Like, they're like, you can't sell on eBay, you can't sell these places, you can't, like, you have to sell it at least this price. If not, like, they pull your license. It's kind of, they're like a little psycho at Loungefly.
Well, I guess it's kind of a leather good. It's a high end good as opposed to a collectible. It's a little different. I get it.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Andrea said they used to be 60, now they're like 80, 90. Yeah, that's what I thought. I used to think they're like $70, and they seem to have gone up quite a bit.
No, now they cost about $70.
Sheesh. Yeah, Vincent. Well, it's interesting too, because I just saw something the other day. They were like the police on Mott Street cracking down on counterfeits and stuff. And
like counterfeit
in New York on Mott Street. Yeah.
Oh, please. I've got some of my best stuff
what?
there.
I said, dude, are you kidding? That's where I bought my Gucci and
that's why I'm rocking the Prada right now.
What are you talking about?
Don't kid yourself. Yeah. My Balenciagas are real. Everything else is fake.
Right. It's just so funny. But I was like, wow, and they're really cracking down. But I know, because I've seen other, I wouldn't say they're like wannabe Loungefly, but they're legit. They're not like fake. They're just other companies that try to do that style. I just don't think they're made as good as some of them. And I think there's some of the Loungeflies that, like, they kind of dialed it back and just kind of did it for a quick buck, like probably changed the pattern of the leather or whatnot, and everything is very cookie cuttered. But I don't know. I think
those Disney ones, though, man, the people are psycho about those. We went to when we were in Florida, they have like that like employee market that they open up, and you get to go and you get, like, it's basically like closeouts, but they have pallets of like they had pallets of like Star Wars Funkos, like in huge box, or not Funkos, Loungeflies, and there were people in there, man, pushing and shoving with like trash bags, man, just throwing that shit in there like psycho over those Loungeflies.
That sounds like people going crazy for the Star Wars the Galaxy cards, like at Costco and Pokemon.
You know what? That's crazy.
Cards.
And I saw those. I saw those there, and it's funny you brought that up, because the my distributor at the toy store, I guess there's another round of those Galaxy cards coming out, and I don't know nothing about that. I'm paying attention to Funko, Black Series, and TVC or whatever, and I was like, yeah, okay, like maybe I'll check them out. And they were like, oh, well, the cost per carton is like $900. I was like, for what? Like,
oh yeah.
What are you talking about? Like, just straight up cost is $900. I'm like, how much are these shits selling for? Like, what are the kids? I know Pokemon cards and stuff, but like, get out of here. Like, crazy. And yeah, you're right. They were at Costco, and it was really funny because my other half was making fun of me, like, oh, you should get these, but like the ones that I saw were all they didn't have any of the characters I wanted, so I didn't get them.
Yeah, Will from Padawan Pop says the Loungefly bags always end up around $30 at the Disney outlets. So
yeah,
that's cool.
Yeah, and then they end up at $80 back on eBay.
As Andre said, only ones they sell there. But that's still cool. Because I wish that I could get like, I just got this hoodie, right? My brother-in-law and everyone's down there. They're like, oh, is there anything you want to get? Like, I picked out the hat because these are hats that we want to get something like this. They didn't have them when we were there. So he's like, do you want me to get the hoodie? I'm like, oh, this one? He's like, how'd you get 20? It's like, I got friends. He's like, how about do you need another? Oh, no, I got all the holocrons. I don't have all the crystals, but I got all the holocrons already. He's like, oh. And I said, yeah, I got friends that live down near Disney now. Like they go to the store. Like Andrea, she had her husband stop twice not just once, twice to get holocrons for me at the store, the discount store there. So thank you, Andrea, because I still love that. That was awesome. But like my brother-in-law, they were just there last week and they were picking up all sorts of stuff. I think I might have a Wayfinder coming from Disney. A Wayfinder, I don't know. Oh, a ball cat for sure, but I don't know what else. But they were having a good time.
Excellent.
Doing that. But I think we've gotten to that point, Nate, where we need to get into our top 10s, man. I think we've kind of gone long enough. So let's get to our segue.
Word.
Up on feet, stacking them high. Star Wars squad, they're touching the sky, chasing that rail. It's the thrill of the ride. Funko life can't stop.
All right. So, who wants to go first? You want to go first, Nate?
I went first last time. You do it. Let's see what you got.
All right, I'll go first. All right, ready?
Yeah.
All right. So my number 10 is Darth Vader, number 757, which was a Target Con exclusive this year.
I have him coming. I want that so bad.
You know what? And it's funny because I only saw him there that one day. That when Target Con came, I went down and I got there kind of late. I didn't get there first thing in the morning. Like usually something like that, I'll go, kind of early. I can't remember what happened. I got there later in the day, dude. There was like 2 or 3. One was just the box had been. People were trying to get to other things. I must have been throwing the box in the aisle, and someone nicely picked it up, put it back in the bin. But like, yeah, it was pretty tattered and kicked around. And there was only two there, so I picked that weren't beat up. I grabbed one, and I was good to go, and left one for someone else to snag. But love this one. Mm-hmm. I just think it's a great iconic piece,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I've told some of my friends when I actually I don't think I told you the story. So when I went to have my wedding, I got an offer it was like right around the 75th anniversary for Seton Hall Law School. And they had all sorts of guests. I got to meet Maya Angelou, Janet Reno, Tim Russert, tons of guests. But the one that I pushed my wedding back for was because James Earl Jones is going to be there. So I photographed James Earl Jones. We're down in the green room and we're in the elevator going down in the green room. It's just me, him, and his assistant. And he goes, so, Patrick, my assistant says that you pushed back your wedding day just so that you could meet me. I said, yes, I did, Mr. Jones. He's like, huh. And that you have some Star Wars figures for me to sign. I said, if you don't mind, if it wouldn't be, not a problem at all. I actually have an 8x10 I'd like to make out for you too, so you can have that. I have no idea where I put the 8x10 glossy at this point, but so yeah, okay, he signs it. We're talking, he laughs, and he told me this scene because he said everyone's asking. He's like, I can't talk about it, I can't quote it. Like I said, and NDAs. So he whispers to me, here's your wedding gift, and he goes, I'm in the last 5 minutes. And I was like, oh, and he goes, and if anybody anywhere leaks it, I told one kid and I know where to find them. And I said, Scout's honor. No, you got it. I won't say.
Wow, that's a really cool kind of little pre-wedding gift here.
So yeah. I remember being there. My friend's like, I said, oh, he'll be there. Like, don't wait. He'll be there. He'll be there. And then when they did this, I was like, yeah. So this one I just love. I had to pick this one as my number 10. But again, when we were talking earlier, it was just kind of weird. I thought there'd be more going on. So for number 9, I went with the GameStop exclusive Mace Windu 788. This I just think is a great pop. Mm-hmm. We had mentioned him earlier. Since we had nothing besides the Walgreens exclusive, and that really was the only reason I think that was cool is because the only one, right?
Yeah.
But now you have this one. I think someone on my channel had asked, like, if you had to choose which one, I'd say go with this one. Not that the Walgreens is bad, but now Walgreens is kind of that grail. It's starting to become that grail because you're not finding them. People that got them are holding on to them. They're not reselling as much.
Right.
So if you can get one of those still, but I still think this one's ready. You can still find this one a little more readily available. Right.
Right.
And it's probably not going to cost you an arm or legs. All right. I know that was cheesy. That was really cheesy. All right. Here
I
we
like
go.
it.
We got some comments here. Ugh, yes, I missed that outlet. It used to live 25 minutes away. Ah,
Mm.
Vincent. Whoa, look at that transition. Oh yeah, we got some transitions, Vincent. I forgot about that Vader. He's dope. He was a cool Vader. I really liked him. Never got that one. Canada shaft of that Vader. No way, Christopher. They didn't get that. Oh, that sucks. Now, Christopher, if I find him again, I will make sure to get you one. Patrick, that is some of the best celebrity interaction stories I've ever heard. Oh, thanks, Vincent. Yo, what's up, Christopher? From Vincent from Carbonites. Yeah, so this one to me, I just thought this is a dope pop. Had to put that in the list. And again, I think you'll be surprised because I feel that like all summer there was a lull. There was nothing. Also,
Right.
2-3 months. There was like almost nothing.
Yeah.
We had, and it was weird because we had like Skeleton Crew end of 2024, Kim releasing 2025 beginning as an exclusive from Funko, and then things trickled out, and then I mean slow trickled.
Yeah.
And it shows in my top because I'm thinking like, oh, this is gonna be tough. No, it wasn't that tough. Like there's not that many.
That's true.
Pretty surprised.
Yeah.
So my number 8. Oh, I went for the Cassian Andor Scenar Test Pilot 782, the Chase. I didn't even go for the normie.
Love
and
that.
The common. I love this one. This is
I
where
mean,
it's at.
I love them both so much. Like I tie them up. Same.
I do. I like them both, but I had to get this. This one I had to have. Like that helmet is dope.
Yeah, I bought that shit. Like I think I paid like $60 for that on eBay. I had to have it.
What's up, Vincent from Christopher? Yeah, this I had to add to my collection, and I have the other one too, and I like that one because at least you know that's Andor, you know.
Yeah.
But for number 7, I went with Ezra Bridger with a holocron, number 779.
Yep.
And we had a bunch of different Ezras come out. So that was a tough one because we finally got the Ezra from Ahsoka, the Ezra as the disguise as the Death Trooper, or not Death Trooper.
Yep. We got him with the Loth Cat.
With the Loth Cat, exactly. Yep. So this one, it was a tough one. There's I love Ezra. I think he was one of the best things that Disney has done with new characters and development. Like I want so much more of this guy.
Yeah.
Because of that. But yeah, this one I had to have. The whole I loved the one last year with him kind of like the end of Star Wars Rebels finale.
Yeah, with the push.
Yeah, that was dope. But this was a no-brainer for me. I had to get this one.
I need them all.
Yeah. All right. This one here, number 6. I went with the General Grievous. Was it 7,500 piece count event exclusive. I really like this one. I got 2 of them. I got one that I bought on eBay because I didn't get a Star Killer, the 750 piece. Did not get that one. And I don't know, maybe it's just the FOMO, fear of missing out, but I went and bought one ahead, and then I went on eVend, and I know a lot of people gave him a lot of crap from some other pops and sales they had on the whatnot, but like, hey, I went on. I had a $15 credit that I got hooked up from, I believe, Tony over at Star Wars Sith. Checking out one of his whatnots, got invited or whatnot. So I got a $15 credit. I think the thing cost me $5 in and out the door. You know,
fantastic.
What I mean? Yeah, with the credit, and then I was on. I think that when they dropped it, I was on I was on for all but 5 minutes. They dropped it. Boom! I hit the button. It was in the cart, paid for, and out. Like I was so fast because I already had that credit. It wasn't like I had to approve anything.
I love those.
It was so fast. I was like, did that even happen? Did I buy something? Like, and sure enough, I get like and my phone went ding, and I'm like, oh, there's my email. All right, perfect. What do we got here? The Grievous is peak. Yeah, I agree, Vincent. I just think this one's really good. If you haven't seen this one in hand, I think I almost want to. I was gonna maybe give away or think about doing something for the other one, but part of me almost wants to kind of go in and really kind of weather it and see how awesome it would look really weathered.
Dude, let's get some LED and light that shit up.
Oh,
I need
that
some,
would be a fun idea.
Yeah, I need some because that's what I used to do with all my Black Series. I drill all their eyes out and fucking put LED lights and lightsabers
Get
with them.
out! You were way in. I see. I have not gotten to that craziness.
I'm gonna do it with some Funkos, but then that was the thing is like I got them. I'm like, well, they look so good in the boxes. Like I don't want to drill them out, and I get another one. It's just I'm working through it.
Trust me, I've got customs that I've done. I buy second, like. Hence, I was talking about getting another Wicket the Ewok because I started another project. But number 5, I chose the Marva Pop, number 762 from the Andor Wave. Again, the Andor Wave was pretty much the bulk this year.
Yeah.
Except for the Acolyte. And I'm gonna spoil it. I did not put any from the Acolyte in here. And it's not because I didn't like it. I have them. I love them. The reason being, I would have probably put Master Soul in here. But I felt there were other ones that were better. And again, just based on the sculpts and the characters, that's the only reason it didn't make it.
Well, I mean, Soul's like $2 right now, like like Amazon. So I was actually going to get it just to rip its head off and then put my Pop Yourself head on it.
Dude, I've done that with Yord already. Because when I went to Galaxy's Edge, I built my Savi's blade, and then I went and bought a yellow crystal because I want to have yellow just because of those 2 twins from the was it Tales of the Old Republic game. And I always thought those 2 twins, the yellow blades, are so iconic. So I wanted the yellow blades. That's what I had. And then now yellow blades is a thing now. You know,
I know.
You got Saj wielding them. I was like, come on. I had it before Yord and those guys.
That's right.
But this Pop I just thought was cool because it's the B2 emote and the hologram. Like I was always was wondering how they were going to do this. And back when I did the Popcast with Christopher and Lex, I used to say this is one that if they could do that, like they took what I could envision and made it happen. Like I could have done it better. Love this.
Right.
Love this one. Then for 4, I went with more of a classic. I really love this.
So good.
This wave that they did. And it was almost a toss-up between this and the R2 with Leia, you know?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right.
Both are really iconic scenes, but the reason I went with the Luke on this one, because it just spoke to me.
But this whole like set of Luke Skywalker that they've been doing, like I have a whole shelf of just dedicated to those, and I sweat them so bad.
Yeah, the Luke with the binoculars. You had this. You had the Luke X-wing, the new X-wing pilot Luke. Yep. That looked great. Love that one.
Yeah.
They've just been really killing them. Just knocking them out of the park.
Agreed.
All right, we're getting to the end. So 3, I actually went and chose my diecast Yoda.
Now that's
I like
chase,
the
right?
non-chase. I don't because I actually got the chase when I ordered it and was pissed.
So wait, so the diecast, the chase is the non-chase is the green, and the diecast is the common.
No. So this is the common, the painted one. The chase is the all metal.
Oh.
And I got the chase. I was like,
God damn it!
Like, because I lucked out and I got the commons on the other 2, the Vader and the Boba Fett, and I never had to worry about it. I'm like, I never get the chase usually, so I got it, and I swapped that with a subscriber of mine, because I was like, hey, first one. So
I'm thinking about getting these because I like the box. The clear box looks cool.
They are pretty cool. I did see someone. I'll have to look them up. Someone makes some acrylic boxes. All right, for number 2, I went with Clone Trooper 5s and the retro series because I did not put any retro series in my top 10. And I really felt that this one really like was a character that I really liked from Clone Wars. We hadn't gotten anything from, and then it looked really cool. And then they did him retro style and made him like, oh, I had to make the cut. I had to make the cut. The only other one, I mean, not that I didn't mind Akbar, but I think the other two that I liked, they had the Vader, which is like a box lunch exclusive. Glow in the dark, and it had like a glow in the dark feature. I like that one. I like that a lot. Yeah. But I think the Boba Fett retro, it was a toss up between that one and this for the 2 spot. Yeah, to be honest, I really like that. I'm a sucker for retro series though.
Me too. That's one of my like. Yeah, me too. I fucking sweat that line. Oh, look.
And I went for a Saj Ventress 7-Eleven as my number 1. I had to.
This available in the store now.
Yeah. This is the one that I had been waiting on for so damn long that I had to have it. Have it.
She's good.
So very excited to finally have picked her up. But now all these pops in my top 10 are all ones I actually own as well, right? So I own them all. Even if I didn't, they probably would have been in that wave in my top 10. But I did do one other. Because I feel the number 1 Funko Pop of 2025, in my opinion, it's this one. The Star Killer Legends. 750-piece limited edition, $789. You can get them on eBay for $500-$600 at this point. And everybody who's a true fan got, a lot of us got screwed over with Funko's crappy website and not being able to. I mean, I didn't have any issues. I didn't lose fan reward points, which is great. But like having 2 laptops and a phone all ready and at the go, and not one of them getting in because of your issues, that sucks.
Yeah,
that really sucks.
I think they should gift one of those to us.
In all honesty, being a Star Wars Funko evangelist, I think like that should have been. Case in point, they should have been like, we're putting 2 aside or giving them these guys because we really did them dirty. We did the 2 people that like love and promote the brand more than anybody. Probably more than the marketing team. They don't probably have too many people if they had 3 layoffs this last year with things. So like, come on. I mean, we are your marketing guys. Use us. All right. Use us. We're great. And matter of fact, I think the images are going to be probably better in most cases. But I just think this is one that I wanted to see. But Nate, you're up, man. You ready?
All right, let's see. Yeah. Well, we are brothers from different mothers because I'm sweating this Mace too. So that's my number 10. Love it.
Nice.
Yep. Okay, now this is a little controversial because we were having a conversation. Now, I love anything Ahsoka, so I was so excited to get it. I love the black box. So really, the lighting and the sound kind of sucks on this. I saw your review, but I had to get this anyway. But I did wait for it to go on sale, and I got it. Yeah,
but you know what? I was pissed. So this is funny because I had a lot of comments on my reviews on this one. This one and the Vader.
Yeah.
Now I have a 10-inch and I have the other lights and sound Vader, right? So I've got all I've all the Star Wars lights and sound pops.
Yeah.
And I if you've got a lot of beats and boops on R2, cool. You've got IG 11 making sounds and Grogu making sounds on, cool. And then I was really upset because I thought they would have gotten, especially with Ahsoka having her own series, you could have ripped out so many quotes and threw them in there, like so many. Nothing.
Just make it fart or something interesting.
I was a little disappointed. And people were like commenting, yeah, I get you. But then they also remember, hey, the Kylo Ren didn't have, it just had the lightsabers too. And I went back and I'm like hitting his head. I'm like, all right, they make a valid point. And I did like that. And I just feel that you got to give us something that we don't already have,
Yeah.
Just doing the lightsabers. Now, on these, the one thing I did like is they also do in both the Vader and the Ahsoka, where you do when it's lit up and then it hits and it retracts it, like as though it's going in.
I mean, that's cool.
I'm actually, that's not like, I got to have it because of that feature, but it's cool.
Yeah. No, I actually want to get another one of these and try to see if I can rewire it so it just stays on because I think that'd be really cool as a display to have the lightsaber just lit. I don't know. That's my thing. But anyway, because it's Ahsoka, because it's that black and silver box, I gave her number 9. Well, retro series, yeah. Yeah,
There
had
it
to do
is.
it. This actually would have ranked a hell of a lot higher had the new wave not come out. But I sweated this so hard. Retro series, anything about it, I love.
This is
So
I
that's my
love
number
this
8.
one.
Yeah,
Love
it's
this
fantastic.
one. Like, I'm almost regretting not putting it on my top 10 now that I see it on yours, because it's you know what? It's the colors and the artwork of the paint job on it is just phenomenal.
It
Like,
really
the
is.
best of all. I think this is the best one of all retro, in my opinion. It's one of the best of all the
You
retro.
might. There's a Vader and the Obi-Wan in that series that blows my mind, but this is up there with it. Like, it's definitely on my top shelf for sure.
Yeah, I agree. Because I'm looking over it. I've got a whole display just of retro and
Yeah.
the comic covers.
Same.
Like, I didn't put any comic covers in mine. I was thinking, I was like, I'm just gonna keep it as just the pops. That's already, you get the comic covers, it gets a little crazy. Even the die cast is kind of out of left field for me.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting to do this again, but do it top 10 and know like your constraints, Loth Cat. So again, Psycho over Ahsoka. I loved this. I thought it was a little interesting that it was pink. Not that I care, but I got it. I love it. But this is a little bit of a complaint. There were so many like Comic-Con exclusives that happened in that drop for all other IPs, and we just got this one.
Oh, that's how it's been the last 2 years.
Yeah, I felt hosed a little bit on that. But
yeah,
it is
New York
what it is.
Comic-Con has been kind of like interesting, and like San Diego has been hit or miss. It's either nothing and you just wait to New York. So those are typically the 2 cons that they would do an exclusive for, at least with Star Wars stuff that I've seen with Funko.
Yeah.
But
I was excited about this because
I was so disappointed in it. I like it because it's a low fat, right? Yeah. I have to have it. I wanted to have in my Ahsoka collection, and I don't mind the diamond collection. I don't mind that it's pink, but I do mind in the sense that I think, in my opinion, if they had done it more of the earth tones like we saw on Lothal, and they did it in the orange and the grays and the creams and the tans and the burnt orange, kind of like calico kind of colors you've seen them in the past. Like, they kind of had that kind of calico kind of color patterns. If they did them in that, I think it would have sold 100 times better than the pink glitter.
Or, dude, flock that shit.
Right?
I mean, like in like Loth Cat proper, like, flock it. Yeah, done.
Vincent from Carbonites also agreed that Boba Fett retro works really well in that style. They really like that.
Yeah, for sure. All right, so number 6.
I can't believe this sold out.
I know. It's on Funko.com right now on sale, I think. I think it's like $12.99 or something.
Flocked is a great call, Vincent. Yeah, I agree, Vincent. Yeah. Flocked. I didn't think of that. Flocked would have been kind of cool. See, I don't go for flocked. Flocked is cool for the collection, but flocked is not good for the photograph because it's just dull.
Yeah, I can see that.
Like, I actually bought another. If you see it up there, I bought another Chewy Life Day Disney Parks exclusive just to rip the fucking head off and put a vinyl head on him. Because I wanted to photograph him, and I don't. And in the past, what I've done is had stand-in, because I was like, you know what? Before you can't get a Disney Parks one again, I just need to do it and make it happen. So I bought another one, bought another Chewy for cheap, ripped his head off, stuck him there, photographed it. Was so happy how the photo came out this year for Life Day, and I just really love that with the vinyl head. There's no more like, shoot one, stand in, put this one, Photoshop the head, over top of it, done.
Right.
It's a done deal. So now it's all captured in camera, and I love it. And it just looks better. I don't like it as much flocked. His feet look cute, flocked, I guess, but for photographing it just doesn't. It doesn't work.
I see that.
It doesn't have that the contrast that I guess I'm looking for. I like the snap of the white highlights and the dark shadow, and it kind
All
of
right,
gets.
Patrick. Well, go flock yourself then.
Well, fuck you too.
Yeah. Oh well, so yeah,
Look who else had Marva.
yeah. Get
Yeah.
out of here! It's just so good. I love it.
It
I
is
can't.
so damn good. And that's
Yeah. Honestly, this whole
speech he
Andor
made.
wave. Yeah, I want more
That
of this
helps
stuff.
sell it.
Yeah.
You know what's weird though? I talked about this is with friends. It was so weird that this wave came out so late, and like you and I were talking, it came out so late, and then boom, right before the cusp of the new Andor, and then right after. I think at least with the new Andor, they came real quick, like
Yeah.
as it was released in the new Andor. But that doesn't always happen. Like
Right.
Skeleton Crew, they actually had the pops on shelves before they aired, which is that never happens. They're usually after, or they miss it, or it's a year later and they've missed the hype behind it.
Yeah.
Hold on, Andrea, you need. I can't see what the. Hold on 1 second. Let me move this out of the way for just a moment. You need to share the Christmas ornament hack if you want me to get advent calendar. All right. I have a video. It's coming. What's today? Tuesday? It's coming tomorrow. I had to think about that for a second. I have a video. It's coming tomorrow about how to repurpose the advent calendar. It is coming, Andrea. It's coming out tomorrow. I think it actually scheduled to drop around 11 a.m. tomorrow. So it'll be out. It's coming. Oh, we just blew through your things.
You know what? It's absolutely okay. So now everybody knows.
Oh my God. I just realized as I was chatting here.
No, it's funny. I love that. Well, don't worry. I mean, because we had a lot of the same, but like kind of going back, like my number 5, like that test pilot. I mean that.
Yeah,
and
you did them without the helmet though.
But I did them both. I did them both ways. Like honestly, those I was actually thinking about like because that and the Jesse, and the Jesse chase, like for me, like those almost rank the same. And then again, here we are with the 5s. I mean, the test pilot again, so good. And then the Jesse Common actually made my number 2. I just think it was so good. The sculpt,
that is cool. That is cool.
Yeah.
And if you are 100% on those rumors, could you imagine getting the clones where you get a chase with and without the helmet? Like one of them has a helmet and the chase is not. It'd be cool. Maybe if we're lucky, they'll do what they did with Bad Batch, where you get them all with helmets and then you get them all together without.
Okay, so then there's a conversation about this. So then there is a rumor. There is more clone stuff coming down the pipe, not just this like proper that we're seeing, but do you remember that artist series situation that was going on? So
yes.
there's and they're not really talking so much about this, but there is a whole nother 6-piece wave case of figures of just straight up clones. So they are going hard on clones, and we're gonna start seeing them in like March.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Funko has heard the fandom because I think, I mean, there's still clones. I still don't have like some of the original Funko clone troopers, the Shock Trooper, the 442nd with the white and the green. Like there's a few that I still want to get. But again, that Shock Trooper, when you start looking at the price tags,
Same.
I don't go get them.
I know. I mean, Cody's on my Christmas list, and I'm like, can like just like 5 family members chip in and get them for me, please?
Yeah, more clones will bring a lot of people back. Vincent said from Carbonite. I agree, man. I definitely think the clone troopers is something fans have been asking for a very long time. Like,
I mean, I would just like a whole case of those. I mean, that on display, even if you didn't collect Funko, would just be dope as fuck, right?
But if they did it with helmet and unhelmeted, and you did them as chases, that'd be fucking kick ass.
Yeah,
everybody would want them. Everybody be wanting them. And I think the helmet should be the common. The chase should be without the helmet.
I'm here for either or.
because I think it would be cooler to try to chase down the ones that don't have the helmets. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
we all see them with the helmets on most of the time. We don't always see them without. So I think that would be cooler. And
Yeah.
not and I'm wondering how many of them we'll be able to pick out, like, because not everybody had the same haircut. Like some had like a little bit of a
Yeah.
buzz cut, some had a flat top, some had lines in the side, some had tats. So
Yeah.
I'm curious to see what they do. That'd be kind of
Yeah.
cool. That'd be kind of cool.
And then
your number one,
my
what was your number one?
my number one is
Ah!
Kanan. Again, like I can't even sweat it enough. Star Wars Rebels, and to have a Kanan, and I'm still chasing all the other ones. My Rebel collection, he's not cheap, so he's my number one.
I didn't even think of that. That's a good one. That's a really good one. And I didn't put him on mine, Nate. And I almost debated it too. Only reason I knew that he was one, kind of like the Asajj that they had leaked images for like 2-3 years ago, and nothing happened of it.
Yeah.
So I felt like when you look at him, he's still, even with that, he still kind of had a chunkier look to it, right? A little chunkier. But I love him. I love him.
Yeah.
I rather have had him with the mask and a lightsaber though, as opposed to that stupid staff. That's
Agreed. Yeah. Well, hopefully we get more.
Hardly utilize that as opposed to the mask and his lightsaber. So personally, it would have been cooler because you maybe pose them up to a Darth Maul, a Knights, one of the Inquisitors or something like that. Like, I don't know. They could have done something a little cooler with it.
Yeah. All right. Well, there you have it, everybody.
Yeah, man. We have belabored tonight, and I am so thankful for everyone that joined us tonight in the chat.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
Cool.
Yeah.
I hope everyone enjoyed our first episode of Pop Talk, and I think we're trying to do this like every other Tuesday, 9 p.m. It seems to be working, and if anything changes, we'll let everyone know. But I think that's a good staple. Yeah. If we find like, hey, like maybe maybe something not next week, the week after, we'll have something. I think our next episode will probably be like the 23rd, right before Christmas Eve, and a little kind of. I don't know if I fully told you, but we have a guest for our next show already. So we have someone. You had mentioned you wanted to talk about Andor and stuff like that and concepts because you've been really loving the Andor pops. Yeah. And I said, well, I know someone that had done some really great concepts. So why don't we? So I reached out to them. They already said yes. They'll be available. They'll be available for the 23rd. Awesome. So it should be kind of cool. I believe they're located in Spain. Ooh. So so I just got to make sure that the logistics they can definitely be on. Otherwise, maybe I'll do some pre-recorded too,
for sure.
I definitely want to do it. I want to see who did it better.
I love that.
Here's what we got, and here's some of the concepts. And like when Andrea did her Padme, like I'm telling you, they were fucking awesome. And I think people would love. And I think it's great to see the fandom in another way, where people are doing concept artwork. Again, celebrating that. Because that's something before we go, I'd like for you to kind of talk about, and I'll segue to it right now. Because we forgot to talk about it. We have a segment that
we kind of did a little bit out, but you're right, and thank you. And so again, I think it's kind of cool to pull like all these other artists and creatives out of our industry, and we actually have some that are coming on board for the shop. They're doing stuff just for the shop, and then are going to be joining us on these podcasts to kind of share. One of the guys is J.K. Woodward. He's a big comic book artist. He's done a lot of Star Trek stuff, but he's also done some Star Wars stuff, and he's doing some exclusive Star Wars stuff for our store. So people that are collecting comic books and want actual real pages from books and things like those things will be available for us. And then it's just calling in some of these other artists that are in our community to hopefully join us like every other show, and for give us the opportunity to spotlight them. And maybe get some people to follow them and support them. Because
I
there's so
love
many
the whole idea of the creative outpost. I think that's going to be a fun
there's
segment on the show to
so
highlight artists
many
in the community.
so many amazing talented people that are
Well, that's
you
how
know
we found each other, right? Like it
yeah
was because of our love of Star Wars and photography, and then me photographing my thing, you doing your thing, and then all of a sudden you hopped into the Funko realm, and I'm like, wait a second, there's someone else who's doing this because it's fun. Like there's a very, 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 very small niche of people that do Star Wars Funko Pop,
yeah
and when I was starting to photograph it, like I originally wasn't sure I was going to be that's why I first started making my channel toy photographer and kind of spelled it like a license plate and stuff, making it slick and cool.
yeah
But I was trying to think about like, oh, maybe I just won't I'll expand to do other stuff. And
yeah
then I found myself going, no, I found a style and I really like doing the Funko Pop because I felt like there's so many people that photograph Black Series and TVs and they kill it.
yeah
Like
yeah
Pork and so many other people out there are really killing it with those action figures. But no one was really doing taking it up to that higher echelon of creative imagery. And I felt like I was going to kind of get my feet wet and kind of dabble. And then I really started challenging myself more and more. Like my big challenge I share is that like I do it all on an iPhone. I don't even pull out my SLR. No
yeah.
SLR at all. Just iPhone.
I mean, all my stuff was on iPhones too. That's just what I had. I had to make it, I didn't have crazy lights and kits and all these things that a lot of these people have. And kind of going back to your point of you like doing Funko and stuff. And so me coming from like the Dio building, the custom figure building for Black Series, when I got onto doing Funko Pops, and I haven't been shooting as much as I was Black Series yet because I've had to do a lot of problem solving. I'm like, well, what if I'm making dios? Like, because, unfortunately, all of our Funkos have those plates on the bottom of them where, the stands where a lot of other IPs don't, right? I don't think any other IPs really do. And so it's like having conversations about how am I making dios so that people can shoot them where that, like, gets
Sunk
dropped
in or
in
what?
and it
Yeah.
becomes level. Like how are things being built this way? So it came with this whole like different problem solving thing happening. Originally I was just going to start, boiling everything. My Black Series people heads, I would just like rip heads off, I drill heads, whatever I had to do to get that shot. I'm not doing that here, also because it's a bobblehead. It's a little bit different than just a straight up like, so
Yeah. Sometimes you gotta screw them off easy,
yeah,
sometimes not so much. Like
so
like when I did
it's
my Chewbacca, that spring did not come off right.
yeah,
And I kept trying to get it back on and I warped the spring trying to get it back on. So that took the little needle of pliers, ripped it the hell out, and used Fun Tack.
There you go. So I mean, it's like
I put the head back on, and it almost dried like modeling clay. It's like it's done. Like I did that when I had a hooded Yoda. It was a GameStop exclusive, and I didn't know when I first bought it. I bought it and it was in the box, and I hadn't taken it out of the box, and he was holding his hilt. I'm like, wow, when they just put the acrylic lightsaber, it would have been cooler. And I finally opened it up. I heard a at the bottom green acrylic from the lightsaber broke.
Oh.
So I ended up buying another one. And then I had taken that broken one and used that to create my custom stitch. And so when I did that, I took that same Fun Tack and put that at the end of the lightsaber to hold it. And it literally stayed so hard and intact for such a period of time that it's like like molded clay now. It's not moving. So so I'm like, oh, it works.
There you go. If it all else fails, just a little hot glue on that shit, you'll be fine.
Exactly. But again, thank you for joining me. This has been awesome, and I can't wait to gather another episode. And our friends, thank you everybody for joining us in the chat. Really appreciate everyone. Vincent, Andrea, Will, Christopher. I think there's someone, Vron. I hadn't met him before. Had joined us tonight. But thank you all for being with us tonight. I hope you had a great time. And we'll see you in the future.
Absolutely.
We'll have some more stuff going on. And I think, like I said, the 23rd will be our next episode. We're going to do a little Who Did It Better of the Andor Pops concepts to what we actually got delivered.
Mm-hmm.
What an awesome first episode, guys. Keep up the great work, brother.
Aw,
Thank you so much,
thank
Vincent. Thank
you.
you, man. Thank you for
Awesome.
being out there. You know what? And like I was saying, Nate, you know how you're saying, oh, what the stuff? I still have a box from Vincent from Carbonites that I ordered for myself. It was kind of like a Christmas gift to myself.
Yeah.
I haven't opened up. You will pee your pants when I open up this box of Carbonites, because I didn't just do. Vincent does Star Wars Carbonites and these great little collectibles I have. Where did I move them? I moved them. Oh, it's over here. These guys. These are great collectibles he makes. And they're awesome. And this is his logo. This little dude is his logo. And Vincent does these great Carbonites. These are now 3D printed, so they're consistent. And so he's doing them out of wood originally. So now he's got 3D. The density, like he put science behind getting these built, but they're great. They can stack them. They're so much fun. They're small. And he does the Star Wars, right? But he's done a lot of other things. And I picked up something I think a lot of people will get a hearty chuckle over when they see them. This box of Carbonites, because they're not quite Star Wars, but there's something very, very parody of Star Wars. Let's put it that way. So when you see that unboxing and that what's in a box, you'll get a hearty chuckle as I did.
Excellent. So, I'm looking forward to it.
But yeah, I'm very excited. Again, we had an awesome first episode tonight. Thank you everyone for being here, and we'll see you guys soon.
Have a good week, everybody. May the force be with you.
May the force be with y'all.